Hello, my friend, how are you? I love to see you here. Welcome back. Today we study listening and speaking, how to tell stories. What's the best strategy to tell a story? To engage the person who is listening to you, who is reading you. What are the strategies that films, storytellers use to capture our attention, to capture our interest? How can we engage people when we are talking? Everybody's talking nowadays, and it's a huge competition to have people's attention. Right now, I'm talking to you and your cell phone is ringing. Somebody is calling you. So, this class must be so interesting that you dedicate your time and your energy to study here. So, beforehand, I thank you for your audience. I thank you for your attention. Let's start by preparing where we are going to study. Please organize your room. Organize the place where you sit. I'm not sure if you are going to sit on a chair, on a bench, on a sofa. Sit comfortably. If you can, sit in front of a desk. Grab paper, pen. Take notes during the class. And let's breathe before we start. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Once more. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Now, let's rotate our shoulders to the back. Rotate your shoulders to the back 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, rotate your shoulders to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you are going to elevate your arms to the sides 10 times, and you are going to count for us, okay? Let's go. 1, you count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. All right. Release your shoulders. Release your arms. Now, let's open and close our hands. Open and close 10 times. When you open, stretch your fingers. Open the maximum you can. When you close, close tightly. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Are you prepared? Of course you are. Let's go storytelling today. How do we tell stories? How do we talk about the past? How do we talk about facts, important moments of our lives? Let's learn how to do it. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's start talking about your story. My intention here is to prepare you to tell your story, the story of your life. I'm sure you have faced a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges, and you are here. You are a winner. But how do you tell me your story in a way that I will be interested to hear? First thing, it must be positive. I know we have problems. I know you have suffered. I know you have cried during your life. I know, me too. But people don't stay longer with others who are sharing negative things. So, if you have a lemon, we're going to make a lemonade with it. From the negative moments, we're going to take a lesson. We're going to learn something. Because there are blessings everywhere. It's our responsibility to look for the bright side. Right now, you are facing a problem at your life. Me too. But if we see this problem as an opportunity of growth, of knowledge, as a source of wisdom, we're going to be happier while we solve it. We need to solve it, yes, for sure. But let's do it in a positive way. So, how do you tell me your story? You tell me, I was born in... You can tell me the name of your city. When I was a kid, we lived in a small house. It was a comfortable place. It was very warm. It was very simple, but I didn't care. As a kid, I had a lot of fun there. My parents were always correcting us, putting limits in us, and we were happy. My mom was strict. My dad was more flexible. We were very happy. And then you were telling me about your childhood. Then we go to teenage years. When I was studying, I had some friends. One of them was very shy. We had long conversations. In high school, I started to see a classmate with different eyes. I fell in love. It was my first love, and I thought that person would change my life. Then I started to work. And that moment was good for me because I was making my own money. Sometimes it was very hard. The bus was full of people. We were there. It was hot. Some days were very cold. But I was there, insisting, persisting. And I was always thinking of my life. I was making plans for the weekend. I wanted to show my parents that I was successful. I wanted to provide things for the ones I love. You were telling me your story. If you ask me, Felipe, tell me your story, I tell you, okay, my story. Let me try to make my story interesting. Let's see. I was born in Campo Grande, Mato Grosso do Sul, in a middle-class family. Mom and Dad have always been hard workers. They are among the most hard workers I've seen in my life. Mom works a lot. Dad still works a lot. And I have an older brother, Pedro. Pedro is 2 years older than me. And now I'm going to give you my opinion. Maybe at home they think differently, but I think Mom and Dad used to overprotect my brother and didn't care so much about me. This is my point of view. If they watch this class, there will be a fight in 3 seconds, but that's okay. And I was always doing my best to prove my value. I made friends at school. I was dedicated at school. I was never the best student, but I could pass. My grades were average. And we were in 4 friends at school, and we keep this friendship until now. Baixinho, who is Stefan, Galego, who is Gustavo, and Hudson, and I. The 4 of us were always together. In kindergarten, in high school, in elementary school, in high school, they went to a different school. I went to New Zealand for high school because I had flunked at my English course. And I came to Mom and Dad saying that, sorry me, I couldn't pass. I don't understand anything in English. English was a problem in my life. I couldn't speak English at all. And then I convinced Mom and Dad to send me to a public school in New Zealand. And I went to New Zealand, finished high school there, started working there. And by this time of my life, I had one dream: to be a millionaire. I wanted to have an airplane. I had this dream. I wanted to have money, to live in a huge house. I was just working very hard. It was not only dreaming, okay? I was working very, very hard in New Zealand. I worked in different places there. I taught capoeira classes. I worked at a cafeteria, cooking, washing the dishes. I worked as a waiter. Then I worked as a bricklayer, building houses, cleaning apartments. What else? Yeah, and then I came back to Brazil. Mom called me and said, please, son, come back home. We miss you a lot. Your dad is a bit sad. There are some problems happening here. Please, come back home. I said, all right, I will be back. And then I returned to Campo Grande. And then I kept this dream of being a millionaire. And I went to the school that I had flunked, the English school that I had flunked. And I arrived there with my CV, and I said, hello, good morning. I said, hey, good morning, Felipe. How are you? I'm fine. This is my CV. I would like to teach English here. And they looked at me and said, I think they didn't say, but they thought, are you crazy? You flunked the basic. How come you arrived here today saying that you want to teach English? And I said, I was in New Zealand for a period and I studied very hard. Please let me take an exam and you can evaluate my English. And they gave me the exam and I took the exam and I was good. They saw my results and they said, well, something happened. Felipe is speaking English now. He wasn't when he left the school, but now he is. And I started to teach there. And then I left this job. I started to study international relations. Started to do a post-graduation in teaching and learning English. And things were going well. I was pursuing this dream of being a millionaire. Until the day I went to the highway for a trip with my family. I had this very bad car accident and I broke my bones from the toes to my head. And thank God I survived. And this moment of my life changed my mind. I saw that money couldn't buy the most important things in life. I saw that the most important things in life can't be bought. You can buy the bed, you cannot buy the sleep. You can pay a guard, but you cannot buy your safety, your internal safety. And you can buy a house, but you cannot buy a home. And so on. And this accident changed my mind. And I just wanted to thank God for being alive. And I felt some trouble because I went from I want to be a millionaire to the other extreme. I want to thank God. I want to give back. I want to help other people. And months later, my money was over. I had no money. I was on my parents' bed without mobility and without money to keep working. So I lived this constant dilemma of balancing mission with sustainability. But I'm telling you this story to show you the sequence, using the past, using the present, and the future. What is the promise for the future? What will my life be in 5 years? What will your life be in 5 years? Come at your story here. I want to see your story, my friend. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let's keep talking about how to tell stories. Here we go. Let me just prepare the board here. The topic is storytelling. And the question is, how can we tell interesting stories? The first thing is attention. If we want people to hear our stories, we have to call their attention. TVs do it all the time. Social media does it all the time. They want to call our attention. This is the first step. You see the image. Wow, let me see, what is it? You see the text and oh, let me see. That's why titles are so important when we write something. That's why intonation is so important when we talk. Because the first step to capture people's attention, the first step to have your story heard is to capture people's attention. Then we go on the second, which is interest. You capture people's attention, and then you make them interested in what you were saying. Then you work with their desire. If you were selling something, if you own a restaurant, how do you call people's attention? Yeah, showing food to them. What's the best time to call their attention? Around their meal time, right? If you want to sell food for lunch, around 11:30, you start to capture their attention with the picture of a food. Then you capture their interest. Oh, let me see this food. I don't know this restaurant. And then you make the desire, and we come to the final action. Action. If you captured people's attention, interest, and desire, now it's time to call them for action. Here's the prize. This is the button. Click here. Enter here. Do this. Do that. This AIDA structure, attention, interest, desire, and action is one of the best marketing strategies. And we can also use attention, interest, desire, and action when we share our stories. Movies do it very well. I'm not so expert in movies. I am more into books than into movies. But there is a movie I watched once. Man, that movie was so good. So good. The name was Taken. Let me see if I can find the trailer of this movie to show you. Leave flight mode. Let me see. Trailer movie Taken. Yep, here it is. All right. Watch this trailer.
Dad! Dad!
Oh, my darling. Happy birthday.
Dad, guess what? You know my friend Amanda?
Yep.
Her cousins asked us to spend vacation with them in Paris. I really, really want to go. Hi, Daddy.
You were supposed to call me when you land.
There's someone here.
What?
Oh my God, they got Amanda. They're coming.
All right, listen to me. Go to the next bedroom, under the bed. Tell me when you're there. Now, the next part is very important. They're going to take you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. Where are they? If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it.
You have a 96-hour
What?
to never finding her.
No.
But if you don't, I will look for you. Where is she? I will find you. And I will kill you.
Good luck. All right. Did you see the way they capture our attention with the first conversations between the father and the daughter? Then we're interested in the story because the girl is traveling to Paris, and then she sees the thieves and she comments with her father, "Dad, they are here." And then we have the desire to see how the story goes. And then they call us for the action. Watch the full movie. Go to the cinema. Coming soon. Our stories must capture people's attention. Our stories must capture people's interest, people's desires. And I like to call to action. I like to see an action from my reader, from you who is my student. I am telling you this, and I'm going to call you for action. I'm going to ask you, now please tell me what happened to you in the most difficult moment of your life. Tell me. You can speak Portuguese if you prefer, but I want to hear your story. Tell me about this obstacle that you had. Yeah. You can comment your story here too. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Let me tell you a story in Portuguese. Uma vez, nós estávamos aqui na fazenda, preparando um gado para carregar. O caminhão estava vindo buscar esse gado. E aí, uma das pessoas que trabalhava aqui me perguntou: Felipe, você dá aula de inglês, né? Eu falei, sim. Falei, me ensina alguma coisa. Falei, claro, vou te ensinar um negócio para você falar para sua esposa quando você chegar em casa hoje. Ele falou, ok. Falei, você vai chegar lá e vai falar assim, I love you. Eu amo você. I love you. Repete. Aí ele falou, I love you. I love you. I love you. Ok. Isso significa eu amo você. Beleza, show de bola. O que mais? O que eu te ensino, cara? Aí me veio, não sei porquê, me veio a palavra never na cabeça. Eu falei, never. Repete, never. Never. Never significa nunca. Ok. Então vamos lá, vamos revisar, falei pra ele. I love you, I love you. Never, never. Ok. Aí chegou o caminhão, nós carregamos o caminhão. Colocamos todo o gado no caminhão. E quando o caminhão foi sair, começou a chover. Aquela chuva forte. E chuva, o caminhão começou a patinar. Aí ele virou para mim e falou assim: Felipe, você sabe quando que esse caminhão vai sair daqui hoje? Falei: não, quando? I love you. Por que eu tô te contando essa história? Porque quando nós contamos uma história para alguém, quando nós ensinamos alguma coisa para alguém, nós precisamos estruturar começo, meio e fim. Ele se confundiu porque eu não estruturei a minha história, o meu conteúdo de forma adequada. Ok? 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Yes, we're finishing one more class. Congratulations. I love when we come to this moment of our class because you are growing, you are stepping ahead, and I love to see your progress. Today we talked about stories, and I would like to tell you that when you share a story with someone, you must do it with emotion. Put emotion in your words. Information without emotion is not retained. But if you make people laugh, if you make them curious, if you engage them in your excuse me, if you engage people in your story, they're going to pay attention. They're going to remember what you said. So remember to put emotion when you share your stories. There is one video I would like to share with you. Let me get my cell phone. Check this video. Yes, this one here. Pay attention.
What do Harry Potter, Katniss Everdeen, and Frodo all have in common with the heroes of ancient myths? What if I told you they are all variants of the same hero? Do you believe that? Joseph Campbell did. He studied myths from all over the world and published a book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces, retelling dozens of stories and explaining how each represents the monomyth or hero's journey. So, what is the hero's journey? Think of it as a cycle. The journey begins and ends in the hero's ordinary world, but the quest passes through an unfamiliar, special world. Along the way, there are some key events. Think about your favorite book or movie. Does it follow this pattern? Status quo, that's where we start. 1 o'clock, call to adventure. The hero receives a mysterious message, an invitation, a challenge. 2 o'clock, assistance. The hero needs some help, probably from someone older, wiser. 3 o'clock, departure. The hero crosses the threshold from his normal, safe home and enters the special world and adventure. We're not in Kansas anymore. 4 o'clock, trials. Being a hero is hard work. Our hero solves a riddle, slays a monster, escapes from a trap. 5 o'clock, approach. It's time to face the biggest ordeal, the hero's worst fear. 6 o'clock, crisis. This is the hero's darkest hour. He faces death and possibly even dies, only to be reborn. 7 o'clock, treasure. As a result, the hero claims some treasure, special recognition, or power. 8 o'clock, result. This can vary between stories. Do the monsters bow down before the hero, or do they chase him as he flees from the special world? 9 o'clock, return. After all that adventure, the hero returns to his ordinary world. 10 o'clock, new life. This quest has changed the hero. He has outgrown his old life. 11 o'clock, resolution. All the tangled plot lines get straightened out. 12 o'clock, status quo, but upgraded to a new level. Nothing is quite the same once you're a hero. Many popular books and movies follow this ancient formula pretty closely, but let's see how well The Hunger Games fits the hero's journey template. When does Katniss Everdeen hear a call to adventure that gets the story moving? When her sister's name is called from the lottery. How about assistance? Is anyone going to help her on her adventure? Hey, Mitch. What about departure? Does she leave her ordinary world? She gets on a train to the capital. Okay, so you get the idea. What do you have in common with Harry Potter, Katniss Everdeen, and Frodo? Well, you're human, just like them. The hero's journey myth exists in all human cultures and keeps getting updated because we humans reflect on our world through symbolic stories of our own lives. You leave your comfort zone, have an experience that transforms you, and then you recover and do it again. You don't literally slay dragons or fight Voldemort, but you face problems just as scary. Joseph Campbell said, "In the cave you fear to enter lies the treasure you seek." What is the symbolic cave you fear to enter? Auditions for the school play? Baseball tryouts? Love? Watch for this formula in books, movies, and TV shows you come across. You will certainly see it again, but also be sensitive to it in your own life. Listen for your call to adventure. Accept the challenge. Conquer your fear and claim the treasure you seek. And then do it all over again.
All right. Did you see the structure? The hero's journey, the obstacles, the achievements, the moments of depression, the moments of victory. When you share your stories, share them with emotion. People like to feel emotion. Okay? Come and hear your story. I want to read your story and I want to know your story. Thank you very much. I am Felipe Gili. See you next class.